Hey guys, it's Vicki. Welcome to my bathroom. Today is Saturday, April 11th, so it's Easter Eve. Is that a thing, Easter Eve? Let's make it a thing. It's Easter Eve. We've been in lockdown for, my family anyway, for about a month now. But I figured I would do a reading vlog this weekend. Why not? I have nothing else to do. Actually, I do have two things to do today, which is a rarity given the circumstances, but I am going to get ready right now while I tell you guys what my plans for the weekend are, my hot plans on this quarantine Easter weekend. So the first thing I'm doing today is, before I do any reading, is that one of my good friends and her daughter is, today's her birthday, and she was supposed to have her birthday party today, and it's one of Leia's good friends too, I should say. They're about the same age, and obviously her birthday party was canceled because of the pandemic. So me and a couple other friends are gonna do like a little birthday parade past her house, honk our horns, say happy birthday, you know, try to make her feel special, because I'm sure she's pretty bummed out that her party was canceled. And then another friend of mine a couple of weeks ago had her baby, and she was premature. So she was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks in the NICU, but she's home now, and so I wanted to drop off the gift I had got for her. And obviously I'm not gonna stay or see the baby or anything like that, which makes me sad because I would love to snuggle a little baby right now. But I am gonna just do a porch drop and drop off her gift, and hopefully be able to see her soon. But yeah, so those are like my big plans for today, which is gonna be kind of weird because I haven't driven a car in about 2 weeks, which I don't think has ever happened since I started driving, that I've gone 2 weeks without getting behind the wheel of a car. So it's gonna be kind of weird because my husband has been like our go-to person to go out into the store and stuff, to like do the grocery shopping and all that. We've like designated him to be that person. So I haven't been out or driven or anything. So this should be fun. Yeah, so that's the plan. And then obviously tomorrow's Easter, and obviously we're not going anywhere, but we're gonna make do and still try to make it a nice holiday for the four of us. But I am gonna do some reading, and I do have some goals for the weekend. I am currently reading, physically reading, Gilded Needles by Michael McDowell. I'm buddy reading that with Bobby. Hold on, I gotta wash my hands. So yeah, I'm buddy reading Gilded Needles. It's really good so far. It's definitely like a little bit different from the previous two Michael McDowell books that I have read, because this one has no supernatural element. It's just about people and it's a revenge story. And I feel like that is definitely his strong point, I think, as far as plots go. Cold Moon Over Babylon was a great ghost revenge story. This one, like I said, doesn't have any ghosts or anything, but we're getting to that point in the book where I want to say we're about halfway, maybe a little more, and we're getting to the revenge part now, and I feel like it's going to be so satisfying. But it's really cool because it's like a historical fiction, really. It takes place in 1880s New York City, in this little area of the city that they call the Black Triangle, where there's just rampant crime and poverty and drugs and just like every bad thing, you know. And it's about these two families, one of which is like a crime family that operates in this area, and then this other family that where the patriarch is a judge who's trying to basically take them down. And so it's got a lot. It seems like it has a lot of history, and like I was telling Bobby, like I really I really hope and wish that I could find more books in this sort of setting because it's so interesting to me. It reminds me a lot of The Alienist by Caleb Carr, which I read a year or two ago, and it kind of took place in about the same time period in New York. I think it was 1890s New York, The Alienist. But it's such an interesting time period for New York City, and I would love to find more books that take place in that time period, or even nonfiction books to read more about like actual history of the city in that era would be so fascinating. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying the book. It's really good. Of course, I love the writing. It's Michael McDowell. He has this way of just writing these dark, but also slightly like humorous characters. And they're just so, because they're so multi-dimensional, it's like it just gets you really thinking, because these characters, all of them, be it whatever side they're on, they have good points and bad points, even the bad people. And so you're kind of like, at times you're feeling bad for the bad people, but you know, I don't know, it just really, he works in the gray so well in this book. So I'm gonna almost finish that book this weekend. I think if we stay on track, we're gonna finish it on Monday. So I'll be doing that, and then I'm listening to the audiobook of The Witches by Roald Dahl, and wow, what a fun audiobook. It's a lot like, this is the second time I've listened to a Roald Dahl audiobook. The first one was the BFG, and the audiobook was so fun. And this one is very similar. It has just one narrator, but there's like, what is the word for it? Like, there's like background noises to like coincide with what's going on in the story. The narrator, I don't know what her name is. I can't remember what her name is, but she does a great job with the voices and stuff, especially when you get to the part where in the story, if you are familiar with The Witches, it's about a little boy who discovers that there's this whole community of witches in where he lives, and he stumbles upon one of their like big meetings. And so the part in the book when you get to that part where the Grand High Witch comes out and is doing her thing, the way that the narrator voices her is like, wow. She really gets into it. So it's a fun audiobook for sure. It's definitely one that I am totally enjoying, but definitely would not yet read to my daughter. She's 5, and I think it would scare her at this point. It would scare her, but in a couple years, I think she would really, really love the story. So, yeah. So I should finish that one hopefully today, if I can, you know, pop in my headphones and get some stuff done while I listen to it. I should finish it today. If not, I'll definitely finish it tomorrow. And then I have to figure out what I want to listen to next for an audiobook. So I haven't figured that out yet. So yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I've been rambling on for way too long. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready and take care of a couple things, and then I'll check back with you guys when I actually get some reading done today. it is now like 2 o'clock on Saturday. So I thought I would do a check-in. I don't have a ton to report on the reading front. I managed to read about 30 pages of Gilded Needles, so I have about 20 pages left to complete my reading for the day, because Bobby and I read 50 pages a day. And I did listen to The Witches a little bit earlier when I ran my errand. So yeah, we went and we did the little birthday parade for Leia's friend. It was really cute. She was super excited. It was fun. And then I did run the baby gift over to my friend, and obviously I didn't get to see them or talk to them, but she did hold the baby up. She has like a big window in her living room, and so she held the baby up so I could see her through the window, and she's so tiny and so cute. And yeah, I would love to snuggle her, but I'm gonna have to wait. So it was nice to kind of be able to see them and to just kind of get out and drive for a few minutes, because like I said, it's been weeks since I've gone anywhere. So yeah, it was a pretty nice morning. We also managed to get some seeds because here in Michigan, just yesterday or the day before, our governor extended our stay-at-home order to the end of the month, and she also changed some of the rules for like what was considered essential. And one of the things that she now is saying isn't essential are gardening type things, so like potting soil, seeds, like plants and all that stuff. And she's like telling people, like stores, that they have to like block those areas off so people aren't going there to get that stuff. But luckily, before that happened, my husband had to go grocery shopping, and so he snuck over there and he got some seeds. So we started our little, windowsill garden or whatever that'll eventually go in bigger pots later down the line. But we did cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, and green beans. So we'll see how it goes. Last year we just did cucumbers and it went well. I wish I had a thing that the vine could grow up, because it just like grew all over the ground. It was weird. So I'm hoping that we can manufacture something or get something for it to grow up for the cucumbers and the tomatoes too. So yeah, that's what we did this morning. It's a beautiful day, so I'm really hoping that at some point this afternoon we'll go on, we take a walk almost every day. So hopefully I'll be able to listen to more of The Witches, and I'm really hoping to finish it today. That's like my goal, is to finish it today. I think I have about an hour and a half left, which isn't much, especially I listened to it at 1.5 speed. So I should be able to finish it today. So yeah, that'll do it for my check-in right now. And I will let you guys know when I have made more progress. Hey, so it's like 7 o'clock. We went for a walk and had dinner, which was basically leftovers or whatever, because I didn't feel like cooking. And ever since this whole thing started, I've been cooking a lot more, which I hate because I hate cooking. But today was leftover day, so I was like, yes. But I did finish The Witches, and I loved it. Austin's giving the kids a bath right now. It's kind of getting a little chaotic up there. Anyway, so yes, I loved this, and I think this is my favorite Roald Dahl that I have reread since childhood. The only one I haven't read though is Matilda, which I know is usually everyone's favorite. So as of right now though, The Witches takes the cake. I loved this story. It was so at times creepy. Like the stuff that the witches like do is pretty scary, especially the Grand High Witch, this chick right here. She is especially nasty. And just the whole story was just like really fun and cute, and I loved the relationship that our main character had with his grandmama. It was just adorable, and I loved it. So yeah, this is a 5-star for me for sure. And I can't wait to read this with my kids someday when they're old enough to not be completely terrified of it, which I don't know when that will happen or if that will happen, but yeah, this is great. So now I have to figure out what audiobook I want to do next, and I was looking on Scribd because they just seem to have more like available right now, more than, you know, Overdrive. And I'm looking at the books like on my TBR cart, and I think because they had this one, sorry, I'm trying to hold you and grab books. They had this one, A Good Neighborhood, which would be good. But then they also have A Man Called Ove, which is one of my 5-star predictions. So I think I'm gonna go with this one because I don't know. I just think I'm gonna really enjoy listening to this one on audio. So I think this is gonna be my next audiobook. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention that this fulfills an owl for me. Is it History of Magic? I think, because I don't have like the prompts in front of me, but I think History of Magic was the one where you had to read a book about like witches or wizards. So meh, this fulfills that. So I have an owl down as well. Okay, so yeah, as much as I would like to do this one because it would fulfill another owl, I think I wanna dive into some Fredrik Backman. So yeah, I'll be starting this audiobook probably tomorrow then. And yeah, that's exciting. So I'm gonna go help my husband because it sounds like he needs my help. So I'm gonna help him, and I will check in probably one more time before bed. But for now, I gotta help get these kids bathed and put to bed. All right, so the kids are in bed. It's about 8:30. And that means it's time to play Bunny. All right, well, that was fun. That's always like one of the funnest things about being a parent is doing things like that and then seeing the kids all excited in the morning. So the eggs are hidden, the baskets are hidden, and yeah, tomorrow morning should be fun. So I am going to close things out here for the night. I have about like 10 pages left of my reading of this today, so I'm gonna do this real quick before bed. And then I'm probably going to watch more Scrubs, which is what I've been like binging lately. But I also really want to start Little Fires Everywhere because I really liked the book. I read it a couple years ago and I thought it was really good, and so I want to see the adaptation. So maybe I'll start that tonight. I don't know. But yeah, for now, good night.